Oh, thank God, the LA Kings finally won a game. I was starting to get a little concerned about our 4-game slump, particularly the puck management habits that the Kings had seemingly gotten into over those 4 games was not only detrimental to the score, obviously, but it just didn't signify that they were going to go forward in a positive manner. This was an afternoon game, and the Kings are kind of notorious for partying a little bit too much the night before and not showing up quite as prepared as you'd want in an afternoon game. But this game seemed to kind of put all those things at rest. They were so much more settled. Their puck management was through the roof compared to what it was before. And while they only had 2 shots on goal in the first maybe 17 minutes of the first period, one of them was a goal. So I'm not going to be too nitpicky about that. Though I will say that the Florida Panthers, who have won their last 2 games quite overwhelmingly convincingly, they are the team that has given up the most goals against in the league, so it's slightly concerning that we could only get 2 in those first 17, but still, not going to try nitpick, going to focus on the good things. In the first 4 minutes of the game, the only thing on the score sheet at all were 5 LA Kings hits. So they came out strong, they came out playing the exact game that I think they wanted to play, they set the tone, and from there on, they played a much, much better game, a much more solid and tight-checking game than we have seen in the past week or so. The first goal came on a delayed penalty call. So you've got that Iafolo, Brown, Kopitar line already out there. You've got Drew and Forbert out there, and we sent out to Foley for the extra attacker. Before the Panthers could get control of the puck, Drew Doughty makes one of the most beautiful cross-ice passes I have seen in quite some time. It was so fantastic to see him bounce back from the last game, which was not his best work. This was stunning. And then Tyler Toffoli right here on the edge of the net. His hands are so fast. Poor Reimer didn't even see that coming. There was no way he was going to be able to stop Toffoli right on his doorstep with that move. So the Kings are up 1-0, and it's looking pretty good. Yeah, we're being outshot pretty badly, but Kemper is doing his job very solidly when he's back in net there. He gave up a few rebounds that I thought were questionable, but managed to keep things contained down his end. The Kings were actually making some breakouts there. They had a couple of penalties, both from Dowd, that he did not seem thrilled with. I'm not sure he's going to make it into the lineup next game, poor guy. But the Kings' PK was proving to be as solid as it always is. It's still one of the best in the league at around 90-something%. And this game only served to make it better. Actually, it was a very low penalty given game. There was not much dirty play going on, which I actually found very refreshing. Both teams played a very good game. The Panthers' score by the end of it is not probably going to show that, but still. So we go into the second period, and it's fairly even chances at either end. And we're starting to become a little concerned that it's only a 1-goal lead here, because yes, their defense is looking pretty good, but they're also not getting anything by Reimer at all. And perhaps maybe they should have, but it's definitely a touch and go kind of period where you're thinking, oh, we just need to capitalize on our chances a little more, and I'd feel much more comfortable about this 1-goal lead. Yeah, so we go into the third period, and almost immediately into it, I get that second goal that I was looking for, and it's Johnny Brodzinski's first NHL goal. Congratulations. Wow, what a beautiful shot this guy has. I'm excited to see what he's going to be doing for the rest of the season. It's also Jokinen's second assist in as many games as he's played for the Kings, and he did a lot of little things on the ice that I very much liked. So I still don't quite understand the Jokinen-Camilleri trade, but, you know, in the 2 games since it's happened, it's gone pretty well for the Kings, so yay! So 2-0, and things are starting to settle down a little bit, and you're like, oh, okay, good. No, 2-0. The way the Kings are playing, they're actually getting breakouts and going into their zone. They're getting good cycles going. They're making clean, controlled entries into the offensive zone, which is something that we had not seen at all in the last 2 games. So they clearly worked on some stuff, and we're getting back to the decent structure that John Stevens has put into place. Like I said, the Kopitar, Brown, Iafolo line was just looking so strong every time they were on the ice. They didn't convert anything to an actual goal, but they were just, everything else about their game was looking fantastic and on point. There was a little bit of a line shuffle going on. They had Andrioff up with Toffoli and Kempe, and I didn't understand it until I had to eat my words a little bit because he scored the Kings' 3rd goal. On the other hand, with that much empty space, anyone in the NHL should be able to score this goal and that close, and he looked like he kind of didn't even get it where he wanted to. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just never going to really understand why Andreev is on the team. If my stats are correct, he has had 11 goals in 132 games that he's played, and this is his first goal since April of 2016. So he went an entire season without scoring any goals. And it concerns me because I think we have better players in our bottom 6 that we can slot into places there. And I think that Pearson has earned a spot on the second line. I like him and Tyler and Kempe. I think they're a good team. So, again, only really nitpicking because we did end up winning 4-0, but still, against a different team, perhaps this is something to address. But anyway, we were back to our 3rd period comeback. Let's score the most amount of goals we can in the 3rd period because that's what we do, kind of Kings that we'd seen at the beginning of the season. The 4th one came with an empty net. Now, this is Patrick Waugh kind of bold, in my opinion. The Panthers pulled their goalie after the 3rd goal, and they had 4 minutes left in the period. Wow. I haven't seen a bold choice like that in quite some time, and had it paid off? Sure. The Kings couldn't hit the empty net to save their lives for a good minute and a half there, and they had several chances. The Panthers just couldn't quite get their cycle going, and the Kings were really good on the forecheck at that point in time. So finally, Trevor Lewis, who I have been saying needs better line mates, and then got Pearson, so I guess, that's a good thing that happened for him. He has patience, I suppose you could say. There are plenty of Panthers buzzing around trying to play goalie, and he just kind of waits them all out, basically, and waits until there's actually a shot that he can put in the net, and that's his 5th goal this season. I still love what I see from Trevor Lewis. It's all the little things that I see from him, so I was very happy to see him rewarded and make such a nice play. He very easily could have tried to make the empty net, got blocked by a defenseman, and play keeps going, and, we're still up 3-0, so it doesn't mean a whole lot, but he made a smarter play, I think, and so 4-0, Kemper gets the shutout. Congratulations. So nice to see for him. I still think, given that it's our first game against Vegas, we're going with Quick tomorrow. Second night of a back-to-back. Yeah, maybe you want to get the guy with a shutout to see how long he can go, but Quick's our number 1 guy, and we have not faced this team before in the regular season ever. Obviously, they're brand new, so definitely looking forward to seeing that. Until then, ride high on the Kings 4-0 win, y'all.